like, comment, and subscribe for more content. What is going on, guys? How are you guys doing? You guys been staying healthy and drinking water? You guys are lying. How dare you guys lie to my face like that? Anyway, Monster Hunter Wilds was announced last week at the Game Awards. We're still super excited. It feels like a fever dream that they announced the next mainline Monster Hunter game. Monster Hunter 6, some might say. Monster Hunter World 2, others might say. But it is Monster Hunter Wilds. Really quick, I want to make this video because I want to make kind of like a wish list. 3 things that I want in Monster Hunter Wilds. You know, but before we get to that, do me a favor, leave a like, subscribe if you guys like Capcom stuff. If you guys like gaming content in general, I would appreciate that. Also, if you guys hear something in the background, contractors are working on my roof still. And for whatever reason, whenever I press record, they run over here, right where I'm recording, and they start hammering on my roof. So, if you guys hear a noise, that's what that sound is. So, I apologize in advance. So, the first thing, number 1, the first thing I want to see, make a comeback. I want a new weapon, right? Every mainline Monster Hunter game, aside from Monster Hunter World, they introduce a new weapon type, right? I think the last one that we got was the Insect Glaive. That was forever ago. And for whatever reason, Monster Hunter World, they skipped that, right? We didn't get a new weapon. In exchange, we got, a big ass map. So that was cool. And Monster Hunter Wilds, it looks like we are, from the rumors, the rumblings that I've been hearing, this is going to be an open world Monster Hunter game, right? Or, like a pseudo open world Monster Hunter game. So hopefully, they don't make the same mistake twice. Hopefully we get a big ass map and we get a new weapon, right? I don't know what I would want to see, but it feels like we should have something new, right? Maybe like a drill? Huh? What about a drill? Nah, I'm sorry. I can't think of anything right now. I'm sick, so I'm not super creative right now. I'm sorry. The next thing I want to see, the second thing, it is related to weapons, right? So I just coupled these 2 things together. I want to see the hunting horn changes transfer over to this game, right? So in Monster Hunter Rise, the hunting horn got this huge overhaul. The way the hunting horn worked in the previous games, it was fun, but I don't know, man, it just wasn't for me. In Monster Hunter Rise, the hunting horn is this dude, it's so cool. It's this all-in-one instrument. It's a guitar. It's a flute. Some versions of it, it's a trumpet and a horn. Dude, it's so cool, man. It's so much fun to play. Throughout Monster Hunter Rise and Sunbreak, I was a hunting horn main the entire time. Dude, it was so much fun, man. So I hope those changes do make a comeback and they do transfer over. If they do, I will be a hunting horn main for another game. At least another game. And then the last thing, this is going to be a short video, man. Well, the last thing I want to see, and this is obvious, but it's new monsters, right? I want to see new monsters. From the trailer alone, just by looking at it, you can already tell that, Monster Hunter Wilds, excuse me. I almost called it Rise. Monster Hunter Wilds, the art direction is slightly different, right? It looks kind of weird. It looks slightly different compared to your more traditional Monster Hunter games. I actually didn't know it was Monster Hunter from that first shot. Not until we saw the broadsword on the dude's back, right? By the way, I do like the raptor, right? I love the sandy ass desert and the raptor. It looks like that big ass lizard from Star Wars Episode 3. Which is one of my favorite Star Wars movies. So I'm already on board, right? I'm already on board. Anyway, I can't wait to see how these new monsters are going to look in this new style. Because it does, like I said, it does look slightly different, right? It doesn't scream Monster Hunter immediately, right? So that's interesting. I can't wait to see what new monsters we get in this game. For returning monsters, of course I want my, my Nargas, my Zenogres, the works, of course. If I were to ask for one monster though, if I were to ask for one monster, I think I want to see Malzeno, right? And I know we just got a bunch of Malzeno. He's the flagship monster of Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, right? He's the big, spooky vampire dragon. And yeah, he's cool. I don't know how he would fit in this game, but I really like him, right? I love the story of how Malzeno, the original version of him is Primordial Malzeno, which might be my favorite monster. Dude, I love Primordial Malzeno. I love the story of how this dragon is like this lord, this powerful lord, and then it gets influenced by the Curio, and he turns into this vampire, right? But weirdly, he's stronger before he turns into a vampire, right? And as you're fighting Primordial Malzeno, he's trying to fight it, right? And it's this really cool boss fight, right? It might be my favorite hunt in all of Monster Hunter, right? Which is really funny because my favorite thing about Monster Hunter is actually the ecology aspects, right? I love monsters who, their whole thing, their whole gimmicks revolve around the ecology. Malzeno, not really. Malzeno's just a straight up dragon who happens to be a vampire and all this stuff, right? Which is, it's really funny that ends up being my favorite monster. But, historically, I love in Monster Hunter that, like Zinogre, how he's this big wolf dragon, right? And he interacts with the thunderbugs in the environment, right? They hear its howl, so they all flock to it, right? Stuff like that, and that's where Zinogre gets his powers from. That's my favorite aspect of the Monster Hunter series, So, I hope the new monsters that we get, I hope it's a lot more of that, right? Seeing as this is the quote-unquote sequel to Monster Hunter World, right? And it is Monster Hunter 6. Just in case you don't believe me, if you look at the logo, every mainline Monster Hunter game, it adds a head to the icon. This game has 6 heads, so yeah, it is Monster Hunter 6, aka World 2, aka Monster Hunter Wilds. So, what do you guys think? What are you guys excited about? I'm genuinely curious, because this little trailer that we got, it was cool, but it was more like a teaser, right? And the game doesn't come out until 2025, so we're going to be waiting for a while. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys want to see. I'm genuinely curious. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Peace!